All right, yeah. So currently, I met up with the group on their way out of Monument Circle.
Everybody catch up. Let's slow down and let everybody catch up.
All right, and currently we are marching around. We're on the corner of Market and Pennsylvania Street. Everything today, it seems like, has been extremely peaceful. I know that that's not been the case towards the end of things, the last several nights, and honestly in most places across the country. But so far today, everything's been peaceful. No reports of tear gas yet or anything like that. And mostly people have been just peacefully sitting on the steps of Monument Circle and occasionally just marching around the city to make sure that the message is heard. So how many people would you say do you think there are here right now? I know the group has grown throughout the day.
It keeps growing throughout the day. People keep coming up. I felt like earlier, whenever I first got here, there was probably around 200, maybe 3. I feel like it's much more now. People behind us. I would say definitely closer to 5 to 6 maybe.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that aren't necessarily with the group. It keeps going dark, doesn't it?
No, we're good. I just trying to switch it around. There we go. Yeah, so when I was driving in, it was about 5 o'clock. So I noticed that the police were at all of the entrances off of the interstate, at least on 65, and it looked like 70 as well coming into the city. And even though there were multiple officers in their cars at each exit ramp into downtown, they weren't blocking traffic or stopping anyone. So you can still freely get in, even though there is a clear police presence around. The National Guard is also back on ground already. So, I mean, there's definitely a presence, but so far there hasn't, it seems like, been much interaction between law enforcement and the protesters. Would you say that that's true?
Yeah, absolutely. The most that I saw earlier was at Market City. They were on bicycles. The police officers were. Everybody laid down, took a knee, laid down and laid in the street. It was a peaceful protest. Cops didn't like that. They asked them to go. Everybody's like, no. And then the cops went away. And then they got up from there and they went down to the circle. I figured when we turned the corner, go the circle again, that there would be a huge police presence, and there wasn't yet.
Yeah.
It's not quite near curfew. It's 5:29 right now, and curfew's at 8 p.m. So the later it gets, I believe the more and more police, they'll definitely be coming out.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not like last night. I mean, if you guys saw our live stream from last night, we were down here in the area, not necessarily downtown, after curfew, just to check out what was going on. And it seemed like they really did have the city on total lockdown. There weren't any protesters that we could find. Everything was like eerily quiet. So
it was creepy.
It was, yeah, really off-putting. I've never, ever heard Indy that quiet before. So yeah, we're coming up to Washington and Meridian now. And I mean, as you can see, let me turn this back around. Yeah, I mean, things are still like, everything's boarded up. There is some graffiti throughout, but honestly, I've noticed like on the circle and like near monuments, the State House, everything like that, there hasn't actually been a lot of graffiti. It's mostly been chalk, so it seems like, especially around like the monuments and everything like that, people are being, respectful. They're, drawing their opinions in chalk instead of spray painting. But then, I mean, of course, you have George Floyd's name still spray painted throughout. You still see like I can't breathe, Black Lives Matter, all of those important messages.
Right. It's hard to tell right now, but if we look forward about 2 blocks, I'm just gonna shut up now. I see police lights. I can't tell how many cops are up there. So many people are wearing all black.
Yeah, and here you have Sean Reed, which is Dre Jean Reed's, I know that is like his name on Facebook, but yeah, his full name is Dre Jean Reed, and he was shot in Indianapolis.
I haven't heard anybody here in Indianapolis say anything about Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, and that's one thing, I haven't seen her name or really heard her name. And
all
of
day
course,
today, but I haven't heard Breonna Taylor.
right, and of course that was the inciting incident for all of the widespread protests, but obviously when we were in Louisville, there was a big emphasis on the Breonna Taylor incident and, you know, her killing and her boyfriend's, and I mean, of course it's closer to home for Louisville, but, you know, we're not that far away, and it is kind of surprising that we haven't really heard her name.
Here, but something right
Yeah, let's move to the left.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, no,
Film them
he's
filming
today.
us.
He's gripping his fist. Look. I don't know what that's all about. He's angry. He's
Yeah.
gripping his fist. He's staring everybody down.
Which, when you see something like that, it always begs the question: is he mad for the same reason we're mad, or is he mad at us for, you know, speaking up? It's.
There are a couple white supremacists back there.
Back here. Alright, how many?
There were two guys, one wearing a red mask, and I'm overweight.
Clearly three. Alright, maybe. Alright, so he just said, somebody that's walking with us, so that there's a couple of white supremacists in the very back of this group that are trying to stir up some shit. We weren't there, I don't know if it's true or not, but...
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
I want this guy. Where'd he go?
Oh, the guy that was.
Bandana man.
Yeah. It won't clasp with the waters.
Get your wallet in my backpack.
Okay, thanks.
What do you have in here?
The waters.
Yeah, I'll take him. We're buckle you up.
Oh, thanks.
Hold this. Got so much stuff. Could you pull on this? Just pull it up.
Thanks.
No, this up. Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I can't breathe! 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 I can't breathe!
All right, Capital Washington.
I can't breathe! 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 No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace!
I'll stop and look at the corner.
Oh, yeah.
No peace!
No, they
So yeah, you can see everyone now is headed north on Senate Avenue, and you can see just how many people there really are. And I mean, it trails all the way back. There's hundreds of people out here. Oh, thanks.
All right, you got your goggles.
I don't have any goggles, sorry. Hey, please come up here.
Oh, something was on fire.
DCS judges, doctors, lawyers. Prosecute DCS judges, doctors, and lawyers.
Oh, I got a call.
Prosecute DCS
there's a big crowd marching to the
Police!
by the state building now. Me and Monster are towards the back of the medical part. Alright, we probably should see going by where you were located anyway.
National Guard is volunteer.
Yeah, so you can see around the monuments, around the Capitol building, there are soldiers stationed, there's police officers stationed, but there's not the huge presence that we were seeing in Louisville on Saturday.
The 21st for all the tenants for the new case made. You wonder why DCS! You wonder why he's going on? Yeah. You wonder why he's going on? They just make a body of that shit. You got the 21st for volunteers. DCS! These
Who want me to slide? Who you want me to slide?
grandmothers and children.
Now, last time they was just look, they got dogs out here and everything. So attack people. They got dogs.
That kind of looks like North. His name's on the name tag.
NFL players and
So was the guy I talked to yesterday. I understand what you're saying. Never mind. Oh yeah, I'm getting a terrible shot, so we need to move.
I'll follow you.
Here, can you take that real quick? Sorry, my strap keeps falling down. Here, I need to get back. Here.
Hands up, don't shoot! 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 Hands up, don't shoot!
Right.
Alright, I'm going to try to get a better angle for you guys so you can see just how many people there are. And everything's a little bit more scattered out now, but as you can see, like, people just keep coming. There's still plenty of people past the state capitol building. Oh God, no. Yeah, so one thing as well that I've noticed about Indianapolis compared to Louisville, while I do see a couple people, like I see a girl with a stroller, there's like a couple kids, there's not nearly as many children out here as there were in Louisville. And I don't know if that's because like things are getting, you know, more violent earlier in Indianapolis, or like what exactly the reason for that is, but it does make me feel better that there aren't as many kids out here.
show you one of them?
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
We still might only have like 400.
You think? I mean, there's still people coming all the way down from back there, though. Yeah, I mean, it's hard, you know, when everyone's like marching and spread out to tell exactly how many people are here.
What they're saying?
Something about the cops, I don't know. Thank you, Callie. Callie says you're doing a great job.
Thanks, guys.
We're doing our best.
More fresh than I am today.
Yeah, I'm sorry it's shaky. We're like walking around and the ground's a little uneven. But yeah, no, like after last night, like being a little bit disappointed again, like that there weren't people out last night, but at the same time glad that everyone was at home and staying safe and not putting themselves at risk by being out after curfew. Like I am glad to see the day before the protest here going strong. Yeah, so as you can see, there's just like police officers you can see in the distance, like parked all over the city, but for the most part, they're keeping their distance. Yeah. I like the mic, he has a road mic.
A lot of cops up here.
Yeah.
Look ahead.
Yeah, there are a lot of cops up here. Right now we're at the corner of New York and Illinois Street.
On bicycles.
Yeah, they're blocking out. That's down by the circle. Look at his mic, he's legit.
I wonder why. He didn't have to spend his money on it.
I know.
Y'all want to get us a setup like that? We'll set up a Patreon.
Yeah.
JK. I don't want to lug that around.
Oh no, that would be so heavy.
He's like really skinny too.
I know. I was gonna say, like, we could do it.
Oh yeah, just be bitching the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, so it's been sprinkling on and off. It's starting to rain right now. It feels great for me, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's
But
pretty
as far
warm
as
out here.
equipment goes, we got to be semi-careful with how long we're recording and things like that. So just bear with us.
Yeah, no, we're here, just so you guys know, like, we're here, yes, to, like, have our live stream and to film what's going on, especially the peaceful parts of the movement, but we're also here to support the cause and as part of the movement as well. So we're not just here to film, we're here to march, we're here to spread the message, like, we're here to make our presence known as well.
Close down there.
Yeah, more officers, but again, keeping their distance, and everything has been peaceful so far.
Oh shit. Scream!
Remember to vote.
Trump and Epstein in hell, his sign says.
Yeah, and we have some graffiti along here. You know, wake up, Black Lives Matter.
I looked these niggas in their eyes before I signed the deal. Don't fuck with you, don't fuck with me, cause you can die for me.
Sure. Yeah, I think so. Oh, I got goggles, I got a charger connected. Here, I'll just sit up here so I don't fall off and hurt myself on the live feed.
National Guard are over there in the park.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to see like people of all races, all backgrounds here together. And that's kind of the ironic thing. It's like in like the effort to like divide the country even further than we already are, really this just goes to show it's brought people together. Yeah, and you still have people filtering in. All right, we're back on the move. But yeah, so we're on the corner of Pennsylvania, turning right onto Pennsylvania, and New York. Alright, I'm gonna climb down from this wall real quick. I'm gonna set the phone down for a second. No, I said I have to put the phone down so I don't drop it on my way down. It wasn't a very big step, but it's like... Yeah, I do need two hands. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm connected to a charger. I have like a stick on my phone. Alright, let's get caught back up to Echo. Excuse me? Alright.
Hey, so if anybody knows, comment to us. If you could Google it and do some research real quick. Does rain help put tear gas out?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's what I'm thinking. Making the best of this situation right here. Or does it make it worse?
Well, I would think.
I would think.
I
but
would think rain would help, and like if it was just really, really humid but not raining, it would make it like sick in the air.
I don't know. I don't know the rules.
That's my theory. Yeah, I'm not an expert. I have no idea. I'm totally
so that's what I'm saying.
bullshitting.
If somebody could like Google that shit, let me know. Cause like Louisville is awful.
Yeah.
Daylight was hot. Like it was everywhere. I know we lost that footage there at the end. It sucked. I'm sorry. But yeah, like I see that they like have little flares. And then everything starts rolling, so just rain gonna put that shit out?
Yeah.
That's what I wanna
I
know.
wish. Yeah, you can hear cars honking.
Support.
Yeah, there's just a lot of support. Yeah, I mean, we have hundreds and hundreds of people here in front of us, but I mean, so many. There's protesters.
I don't know what it was.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, you have protesters kind of around on their own. Not necessarily everyone is on the march, but there's plenty of people, and then there's some cops on the move behind us as well.
Yeah, they're moving right up. They're giving out water over here. You guys see a bottle of water? They have some over here. Make sure you keep drinking.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, there's a big group of people handing out water and snacks down here. I'm okay, but thank you so much for what you're doing.
I'm so sorry.
All right, but thank you.
My camera ain't gonna give everybody the Rona.
Nice, yeah, our camera's all covered and Rona ready. Roads are now blocked into downtown, someone just told us.
Shit.
Which is crazy because what time is it, Echo? I mean, we can't be nearing curfew yet.
It's only 5:54.
So it's not even 6 o'clock yet and they're blocking off roads to downtown.
Worried about the circle, I ain't gonna lie.
What?
Worried about the circle.
Yeah, so we're now headed back to the circle.
We could get literally trapped in here.
This is where it's going down though.
Here, hold on here. It's only 4 roads in, 4 roads out. One of which way back there is already blocked. I assume they'll let people out. They won't let more people in. But I don't know whenever shit goes down. No matter which way you go, northeast, south, or west, if they have a block, you're literally stuck in here. That's what worries me with the curfew and the arrest thing. So this is a perfect fucking setting.
Yeah.
For any of us.
Yeah, I mean, really, they can block off the 4 roads and everyone's trapped. I mean, those, like, the buildings
no
are
little
wall
alleys.
to wall. Yeah, no alleys, no side roads, 4 roads in, 4 roads out, and end of story. So, yeah, if they decide to set up barricades and block those off, then...
Circle, it's infinity. It's
Right.
like forever. There's no end to a circle.
Yeah, no, we're truly stuck, but... I mean, this is the center of downtown. I mean, this is the Soldier and Sailor Monument. It's beautiful. I mean... This is the best place to like truly demonstrate. Excuse me.
We are the people. We can fight one.
Sound system.
Oh wow.
That wasn't here an hour ago, I promise. Bless you.
Yeah.
You know, like whether they come board this way or not, I'm not for sure because last night they were going from the circle and then up north to Monument Square and going back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, so you can see way in the distance, 2 blocks up, there are officers. And I mean, they are stationed around, but as far as on the circle, I haven't seen a single officer. I haven't seen any of the National Guard. So it seems like they're really just giving the protesters space. It's very hands-off right now. I mean, there haven't been any incidents today in Indianapolis that we've heard about. So far so good. I mean, there's a lot of energy. You know, people are upset. They're very passionate, but it's all been very peaceful.
Need water?
I'm good.
It's going to be harder to hear the protesters and the instructions they're trying to give to everybody whenever he's continuously preaching. Do you want this or the gator nut?
Oh, I don't care, whichever one.
I gotta pee, bro.
Oh, bad news, bro. Nuh-uh. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay, I'll walk over there with you. I don't want to leave you over there. I don't know, just in case.
Somebody's gonna knock it over on me?
That would be kind of funny. Like, hey, here, there's a white girl on the porta john. Oh no, climb the fence.
Okay. I'm gonna pee over here somewhere. I see places. That's what I'll go to jail for tonight. It won't be breaking curfew. It won't be being associated with rioters. It'll be public indecency. Urinating outside.
Oh my gosh, just jump in the fountain, go in there.
Maybe later.
Yeah, why not?
Thank you guys. Thank you. One block. Hey. One block going west.
Oh, wow, yeah, well, but that's because it's the state capitol building. But yeah, we have officers right up there, which makes sense. There are officers like out and stationed, as well as National Guard soldiers around state properties, and that's why the Guard is here, to protect state properties. I believe it was on Friday night. It may have been Saturday. I believe it was on Friday night. Several people broke into the state capitol building, so since then they did mobilize the National Guard to go ahead and come down here and just stand guard. But aside from oh my sorry, Echo's over there being Echo. You're good. But yeah, so mostly cops are just stationed in their cars for the most part. Not a lot of them are on foot. Of course, it is raining, so that may have something to do with it as well. But yeah, I mean, everything has been mostly centralized here. It looks like there is some graffiti on the side of the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. So you have Drejon Reed's name. You also have Black Lives Matter. which is a shame. Like, I mean, obviously I'm here in support of the message, I understand it, but it is a shame. Like, I've just always really, really loved the circle. I've lived in Indiana for a long time. I've always loved, you know, this monument. It is to honor the fallen soldiers and sailors that have fought for our country, and it is sad to see, you know, it be spray painted on, but again, I mean, I understand the anger. It's like when you try to speak up and nobody's listening, you have to do something bigger to get, you know, the attention that the issue deserves. Yeah, and you have a helicopter. A little hard to see, but yeah, you have one up there, just left of the monument. Can't tell if that's a news helicopter or a police copter. I would guess a news helicopter.
It feels like a straight up fucking dog park back there, man. You know everybody's been pissing there.
I was gonna say, I wonder why if people would stop peeing in the alley.
Well, I mean,
I wasn't gonna call you out, but
I'm just saying.
we've all been there.
Alright, let's go up here, pop squat. See what's going on.
Yeah, I would say the protests in Indy today, like especially compared to what we saw in Louisville, I mean, they were marching around the streets a little bit, but it seems like it's a lot more well organized out here than it was in Louisville. It's like everybody kind of knows, you know, when they're meeting and where, and you know.
There's a medic station.
Yeah, I mean.
There's a church out here giving water and snacks. There's speakers, some megaphones. They said they like even tagged people on their hands. People who are asthmatic get an A on their hands so that the medics and the group know. And then there was something else for the other hand. And then if you don't have money for bail, if you happen to get arrested tonight, they wrote a phone number with a Sharpie on people, and they're providing bail assistance for protesters.
Wow, I mean, that is really awesome how people have rallied together. I like this. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, so you have a lot of different messages on the signs.
What did it say?
Demilitarized police. There was a sign that said melanin isn't a crime, murder is. Aww.
Do you want to go up through there and pull up some of the signs?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's walk through.
I'm going to sit right here for a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. You're fine. Excuse me.
Whitetown
Work.
Church that's providing the drinks and everything, they're a non-denominational church.
Oh,
I
that's
just wanted to
pretty cool.
ask and see what denomination they were and everything like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it'll. It's gonna work.
I got 3 or 4 more in there.
Okay.
I was thinking about maybe hearing what they have that they're giving out because those are in squirt bottles, so for tear gas. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter once you get fucking gas.
I know.
So we got any comments on the tear gas situation in Rain?
No.
Uh-huh.
Somebody did ask about the shooting that happened really early this morning in Louisville. So it was from what I've heard, and please, if you've heard something else, correct me. But from what I've heard, there was somebody who fired fire and killed someone in Louisville really early this morning.
So I haven't seen any on that, but I know that there were 3 shootings last night in Indianapolis. Hi.
Hey, y'all remember about the live ammo?
The what?
The live ammo?
No. You heard.
The shooting
Do
in
you want to back
Louisville.
up a little bit and tell us what you heard about?
Yeah, they live ammo on the weekend. Live ammo.
Wow.
All
I know
right.
they were using live ammo in Louisville last night. They killed someone this morning.
They already shot 3. I was here.
Here? Last night or today?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Yeah, we knew about 2 nights ago. Yeah. So what he's saying is apparently they have approved live ammo for the police. So I don't know how many pepper bullets, rubber bullets, things like that are going to be going around. So, yeah. Thank you, miss. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, wait, you can't. No, I found. There it is.
All right, Miss Smiley. Well, no, what I was asking earlier was since it's raining, will that help put the tear gas canisters out? That's what I was asking. I mean, I know water, it feels good, but it's not thoroughly going to help. A lot of people out here have milk, but I think that's just going to cause eye infections if you don't flush it out with water.
Yeah, that's nasty.
So we have this guy up here on top of the monument. I'm wondering that's going to entice law enforcement to start moving in. I'm curious to know where they're at.
Yeah, they've been mostly just sitting in their car stationed at a distance.
Yeah, they've been at a distance thus far, but I'm curious to know. Thank you guys who are watching. We really appreciate it. We know we're a small channel, but we want to be out here for you and to stand with the cause.
Someone just said they're probably in all the buildings around the circle, which that's actually, if you watched our Louisville live stream, that is actually something that was happening in Louisville. Cops were inside the buildings in their full riot gear.
Oh, yeah.
So I haven't seen any in the building. Most of the buildings on the circle are boarded up.
And I haven't seen any on top of the buildings yet either. I've been looking. Now
Yeah, and that's actually really surprising because that was something in Louisville we were seeing on all of the tall buildings surrounding the courthouse in Jefferson Park. There were officers stationed on top of the buildings and some of the buildings on foot. I mean, they were really making their presence known. They had drones, they had helicopters.
Also, so I just looked north on Meridian, and the cops have moved to just a block down. So they have a block there with one car. There's not barricades or anything like that yet. But yeah, there's police presence just one block down the circle. Like I said, we could easily get all trapped in here for sure. Another thing here that's a little different, up on top of the buildings, kind of like on all four corners, even though it's a circle kind of a thing. They have, yeah, they have big, huge, bright stage lights. Thank you. And yeah, so it's gonna be lit up down here for sure.
Oh, okay, that's smart. Ready, yeah. Oh, I bet. Oh my god, that's so cold.
So, something that's trying to happen here is we have a preacher over here that has set up loudspeakers, and it's loud. You can hear the church music, and hey, everybody has the right, and I'm all about that, but with how loud his stuff is, it's harder for the organized protesters to hear their leaders and instructions and plans. So, I mean, hey, like I said, he has every right to be out here and do what he wants and say what he wants. Thanks, Rob. We'll have to check that out in a little bit.
Oh wait, Rob's on?
Yeah, Rob's on. Rob's
Oh, hey,
been
Rob.
on.
Oh, okay, sorry, I hadn't seen you in a minute, Rob.
He said, here's a good write-up about the person who was shot in Louisville last night. Sounds like he had nothing to do with it. He was just targeted. Yeah, so I'm really worried about that here tonight. So
If you can comment that link though,
Yeah.
please do, and we'll definitely check that out.
yeah, thanks, Rob. But no, I was saying about religious leaders, like, you know, whenever there's organization and there's speakers and things like that, and all they have is a cheap megaphone. Now, I do hear sirens. All right, it's an ambulance, and they were going from the west, going eastbound on New York. So, not down here. But, you know, if they could make their things a little bit quieter and who wants to go and congregate around them, then there's going to be more ample sound for the leaders. They can't afford these sound systems and stuff most of the time. I know we couldn't. So, you know, he's completely drowning out the megaphone. I'm going to go talk to him.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like it's 6:15, just about. So we have an hour and 45 minutes until curfew. The curfew in Indianapolis tonight, it runs from 8 p.m. tonight until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So a little bit different than last night's curfew. It ran till 6 a.m. So they've shortened it a little bit, probably for the morning commuters. But it will be interesting to see what exactly is going to happen as we get closer to the curfew. You know, in Louisville, it was about an hour before curfew. Everyone had been completely peaceful, you know, completely within their rights to free speech and to, you know, organize protest. And like I said, it was about an hour before curfew when officers started firing tear gas canisters. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here around that time. I mean, you know, we're still 45 minutes away to an hour before curfew, which is around the time things started to go down in Louisville. Free what?
People right here, these ladies, they have posters, and it says, "Free Mama Hugs." Hey, guys.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know. So can you tell us what you guys are doing? Here, I got to get closer. I'm not going to be able to hear. You got to talk really loud. People definitely could use hugs at a time like this. This is really sweet. Everything's so controversial right now with the corona going on and everything. These ladies are messed up. They have signs. I mean, it's sweet. So Some people don't have a mama out there to hug them. I just thought that was nice. I'm gonna put these on in a bit.
Yeah.
On, but around.
Yeah, just so you can pull
Yeah.
them up and run.
Yeah. I think these. So I brought goggles, and I think they still have sand in them from the last time I was at the beach, which was 2 years ago, a year ago.
A year ago,
A year
yeah.
ago, yeah, a year, 2 years, who knows? I had that last night.
I know. I had it.
God.
Here, wait, let me. Okay. Got it. Alright. This is not a bad idea. Seal. How do I look?
You look beautiful. Step out
Oh
there.
my gosh.
So I brought. Ah! That's hot. Yeah, there you go. No, you're never ready for tear gas, I promise.
I know.
Should we go tell them that we're trying to organize shit and invite them here?
Do it.
Be like,
I can't even see.
be like, I don't.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I like your stick. Thanks. I have a stick.
Big boy needs a little assistance getting around.
Yeah, for sure. Where'd you get it?
I got it at Walmart actually.
Oh, wow, really?
I swear, yeah. $15.
I'm gonna get one and woodburn the shit out of that. Yeah, no, I like mushroom hunt and stuff and everything. So I was kind of sick that I always had stuff in my car, and then I always had like 6 fucking sticks in my car or something like that. It looks really weird. Found a bone in the woods the other day. It was a femur. Like, it's just.
I know. I got into her passenger seat. I'm just like, I know. Fuck, you finally killed someone. It's my femur.
Stand and need a pair of gloves. Anybody
Like
stand?
at a carpet and everything.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool to make something out of.
Yeah, well, like a lot of the old super long pocket knives have bone handles. I gotta get the fuck out of that. What? Mine says fuck 12. The lights burn out too. Yeah.
Oh god, I know. I'd buy one.
I love puppies. Hey, 16 people are watching. Thank you guys.
Hey, thanks.
Everything's peaceful. Everybody's not socially distancing, but I get it. I don't really know what everyone's plan is, if there's like a plan as a whole or just it's just a massive group of people that came together. I asked somebody earlier that was talking, like, are people with this group planning on staying out after 8 o'clock tonight after curfew? And they just, you know, she's like, I'm not, but some people are. So I know there's power in numbers. I don't know what everybody's individual plan is. I don't think they know either, because it just depends on what goes down and what happens, how much people get separated, how much of a group can stay together. So yeah, a lot to agree with that. Also, hey guys, also the medic station is right up here in that corner. How'd they get that sound system set up so quick? Like, damn. I think they've been here before.
It must have been. Yeah.
They're telling everybody to get their kids out of here. Oh, where'd they get that red tape? Are you watching us at all? You guys haven't checked in on
Alright, it looks like everyone's back on the move again.
right on bikes.
Where? Yep. Okay. Where'd you see the cops on bikes?
Huh? He was right up here, and then he went north. You want to go forward from this before they start?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. I wonder if once everybody's out of the circle, they're gonna block it.
Oh.
Versus trying to block everybody in.
They are an enemy. They see us as an enemy.
Oh, there you are. I lost you for a second. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Echo was saying, they may try to block the circle off while everyone's gone. The organizers were telling people with kids to get their kids out of here. I mean, obviously, the closer it gets to curfew, the more dangerous it gets. yeah. All right, so it's 6:30 now. We're an hour and a half to curfew.
Well, we still have an hour and a half. National Guard over there.
If there are cars coming, usually wait for go ahead and wait and block off.
Yep, we have officers on standby over there. And then we have,
They're all in the alley on bikes.
let's see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, we have National Guard soldiers up by that monument.
There's 4 blocks down that way. It's blocked off. And every north and south street is blocked. They're going east and west. They're 4 blocks down. See, like over there?
Yep.
We can't go south on Pennsylvania unless they move.
Aw, got a message. Bottom one. I know, but it's sweet. I haven't heard anything really about Omaha. I did hear that there was an incident last night. Yeah, so over to the right you have a ton of soldiers, officers over at the War Memorial.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Hey, we're going westbound on Vermont.
Black Lives Matter!
Yep, we're almost up to Vermont and Illinois.
Look up there.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
They're up there in the alley.
Don't shoot!
Yep, we got cops on bikes.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
distracted.
Yeah, I called her name. And she said, all right, sorry. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah, it was sweet though.
Leave a lane! Leave a lane! The car's coming!
Yeah, so you can see they're trying to like get everyone over onto one side so cars can still pass. I mean, everything's peaceful. Everyone's being extremely respectful. So I just hope that the police don't give us any issues.
Put your charger out. Pull it out. Hold it. I think that's, can't tell if that's a cop or a security guard way over there. Yeah, there's another one in the doorway over there.
The guards.
Alright, we're at North Street in Illinois.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, do you want to go off to the side real quick and
Let's go that way.
I think we'll be able to find them again. I know where they're headed.
have this problem anymore. But I don't have my other pants in like I normally do.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I think they're being right.
I don't know. From here, we're at St. Clair.
Where's the bullet with the truck when you need him?
I know, right?
Ambulances and fire.
Yeah. This is the new loop. Yeah, so for anyone who's just joining us, we are in Indianapolis, Indiana right now on day 4 of the George Floyd protest. And so far today, everything has been extremely peaceful, extremely respectful. Cops are keeping their distance and just letting people protest. We are just a little over an hour before city curfew, which is at 8 o'clock. Yeah, we're on Illinois and 10th. The center of the protest are the city circle at the Soldiers and Sailors Monument, but people are marching throughout the street, making loops back to the circle.
We gotta bail on people. Right. I need to put a moleskin on my toe and drink some water, and then we can totally cut over the government station.
A payphone. Yeah, no, that's for paid parking. It's not a payphone. I haven't seen one of those down here in a long time. Yeah, so Echo, obviously, if you guys have been watching for a while, know she's been down here a lot longer than I have. I had to work today. Yeah, so Echo has a blister on her ankle. We're taking care of that real quick. Everyone's just taking a second to kind of regroup, let everyone catch up, and then we'll be moving forward again. That's good. I'm sorry. I don't have like a Band-Aid or anything more. Oh, okay. Just.
Once you get a blade, it's on my heel. You got a blade
So
on my
once it's there, yeah, you're just gonna feel it.
I'll film live later whenever it's the size of an egg and I pop it.
Oh, gross.
I know. Hey, pimple popping is like a thing on YouTube. You can't tell me you have not watched Dr. Pimple
Oh,
Popper.
everybody's seen Dr. Pimple Popper.
Well, I'm gonna be Echo Blister Popper.
Yeah. Reconning this blister situation.
Oh God. A little too tight. Did the preacher follow us with the sound system?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I hear him.
Oh my gosh.
Where? He's dead. What is happening?
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
650.
Black Lives Matter!
right, we're an hour and 10 minutes to curfew.
Yeah, but it took us 20 to get up here.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be after curfew if we get back to the circle.
No, curfew's not too late.
We're going away.
Yeah. We're, yeah.
When the phone comes out, that's my brother.
Yeah.
And then
We're 7 city blocks north of the circle.
Oh, wow. And still headed north.
Yeah, it's still heading there. Are you going on the freeway?
No. No.
I don't know.
Holy shit. Baby. Hey, we're in at this point. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
You're afraid of heights.
I'll be
By the way,
fine.
everybody, here's afraid of heights.
Yeah, we're at 10th in Illinois, or sorry, 11th in Illinois.
Okay, so here on 11th Street, they're not letting people come in off the freeway to go southbound.
Yeah, they're restricting access now to downtown, which... Yeah. You want me to run over? Yeah, so over here we have a ton of officers. They're completely blocking access to go into downtown at this point off of all the highways. Excuse me, sorry.
Made the wrong shoe choice today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've never had a problem with these. We're at 13th, man. Where are we going?
Returning? No, I think they're just walking on their own.
Also probably maybe.
We're falling out left and right, man.
I know.
Sorry. Do we know where the end goal is? Where are we going? All right, cool. North, we're going north.
I was like, we're just going downhill and forever. I have no idea where it is. They said we were going from like, oh, is it
right, do we want to keep headed north or do we want to turn?
Being a group than alone.
All right. I'm at 10%.
All right. Well, hey guys, what we're gonna do is what we're gonna do whenever we get to another stopping point here in just a minute. What we're gonna do is switch out phones and cameras and stuff like that. Sarah's phone is at 10% now. We're gonna go back live, let you know where we're at, keep you updated. So you'll see it here in a little bit. Stay tuned.